Rise. You may be seated. Thank you, Honorable Judge.
Hello, Bailiff.
Hello. Hope you're fine.
The accused,
Yeah.
kindly stand up.
Can you stand up, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, Honorable Judge. This court case 815-010473. It involves ABEL Emuria and AMARA Emuria. Step forward.
Okay.
This way. Yeah. AMARA is a Form 4 student at Bakanga High School. Honorable Judge, on 6th September 2021, AMARA was found in the city of working as a twilight girl. ABEL wants the court to arrest AMARA and stay in custody for some few days so that she may get discipline. And that's all, Honorable Judge.
Thank you. Good day, court.
Good day, Honorable Judge.
Good. Ms. Amara, what do you plead?
Not
The
guilty.
charges, you're not guilty? Good.
And what's wrong with you, young girl?
Mr. Ebru, kindly, I was just getting to you. Kindly explain to this court why you bring your daughter to court.
Okay, my name is ABEL Emuria.
Yes, and what's wrong with your daughter to the extent that you
Yes,
bring her to
I
court?
come from a village called Lokicho in Teso.
Okay.
I'm a farmer.
You're a farmer.
And the reason why I'm here is,
And this is your biological daughter?
this is my biological daughter.
Okay. Is she your firstborn?
She's my firstborn.
Go ahead.
And please, Your Honor, can you tell her not to behave the way she's behaving?
What do you mean by what I'm behaving?
She's just behaving the way they do it in the streets.
Buyu, leave me alone.
Okay.
So-
Mr. Abel, let's deal with what brings us to court. Leave alone how she's behaving. I got an eye on her. If she misbehaves, I'll take care of that. So kindly explain more to the court.
So I brought my young daughter here because one of my friends saw her loitering in town at around 10 o'clock. He even had to clear his eyes just to make sure that she is the one. And unfortunately, she found that she was the one.
And I'm not a young girl.
No matter how old you get, you'll always be my young girl.
What do you mean? Yani, wanataka tu kukaa na mimi, sitaishi na wewe forever.
No, Mrs. Amara, what were you doing at those weird hours of the night in the streets at your age? Are you
I was
not
doing
a
my
student?
own business.
Oh, okay. Are you not supposed to be like doing homework or studies back home? Just asking. I thought that was where you should be.
It doesn't concern you at any cost.
Okay.
And Your
You'll have
Honor-
to watch your language, but I'll let that pass for now. So, Mr. Amara, tell us more about, or Mr. Abel.
Mr. Emure, Your Honor.
Yes, tell us more about the reasons why you bring your daughter to court. It can't be only one night she was seen in the streets and you...
Yes, this is something that has been consistent. I took her to school, but she always runs away.
Does she run away from school to come back home, or she runs to go do her things?
Sometimes she comes back home, sometimes she goes to do her own thing.
Unachoma.
Na hiyo kuchoma ni nini?
Gione, and the way you are big, and you claim to know everything. Look at yourself. Ah.
Mother, kindly speak to your dad with a bit of respect. We are in court. Part of respecting court is respecting
He doesn't
elders.
deserve it.
Well, that's to your standards, but the court standards are like you should respect your parents or any elderly in this court. Or maybe you should respect each other at all times.
This one.
So, do you want to explain to your father what is that trauma?
Nini hizi analeta hapa? Si tungeongelelea nyumbani. Ah.
Mr. Abel, did you get to know what is that trauma?
I have tried to do that to Your Honor, but she always gets rude at me. She does not respect me at all.
But you deserve it. Ah.
She deserves it, or he deserves it, or he doesn't deserve it. That is like, he deserves your respect, or he doesn't.
He doesn't deserve my respect at any cost.
Why wouldn't you respect your father?
You and mom, don't you even respect us? Mbona mnachapananga tukiwaona? Surely, is that... You know what? You lost your mandate.
And that is one of the reasons, Your Honor, that she does not respect me at all. Her mother is the one who has taught her all these things.
What do you mean the mother is the one who
The
taught
mom
her?
wachane nazo.
Order. Can I ask a question? What do you mean the mom is the one who's taught her all this?
Yes, the mother is the one who comes and takes her out, goes and introduces this young girl to rich guys with big cars, with much money. They come home drunk.
The mother and the daughter?
Yes.
And I'm happy. And I'm fully sustained with whatever I'm doing with my mom. And I love her. Ah.
You're happy when your mom takes you out drinking?
Yeah, I enjoy. Hey, ukajua venye nani hook up na wazee wa babas. Si kama hawa kona tala, sijui mshwari, sijui. It doesn't make any sense. Naenda na wewe wapi? Watu kama wewe, surely.
Uni babako mnatembea naye maisha yako yote. You love to be with he's stuck with you all your life. You might disrespect him, disown him, but he's your dad.
Such an old man.
His DNA pumps in your blood.
He even doesn't know me. He only knows my name. The rest.
But young lady, don't you think it is up to you as well to know your dad or to get your dad to know you a little more? He can only know as much as you open up. If you talk to him, because I think he's got you more than your mom. I don't know about you and your mom, but I think if your mom is your drinking companion, then at your age, I don't think that is very appropriate. But your dad is here because he cares about you and your studies. He doesn't,
and your future. Not at all.
Why would you say your dad doesn't care?
Huyu wanachapananga aje na mama mbele yetu. Sisi watoto surely. Even if it were you, guy.
Yeah, that would be wrong, but also.
But they even lack manners.
So it's both of them, but
yeah.
You're condemning your father and supporting your mother.
And supporting my mom, not
Why?
him.
Why? And they fight. It takes two to tango. So wanapigana watu wawili.
Wa. Anyway, nafurahi mama.
Wafurahia nini tena?
Anachapwa na kanyangwa anatupa dirishani. Kuna siku moja alichapa kaenda kwa mahindi alilala huko siku. Anyway, I wish you were there. It was funny.
Lucky I was not there. Amara, let me understand you. You say it pisses you off that your parents are fighting.
Yeah.
And here you are glorifying your mother, beating your father, and how your father was put to sleep in the maize stalk. Oh, why are you taking sides, and why is it fun sometime and yet you claim it hurts you?
He lacks the authority. Kama uwezani na mama, mimi ni nani? Shie?
Sio ni damu yake.
So?
Your mom is an adult who they united when they were adults. Lakini wewe you come from his own.
I know.
And so that he brings you to this world, don't you think he has more authority over you than your wife, than his wife? Anyway, Mr. Abel, tell us about something about the case, please. Let's hear from your side.
Yes, Your Honor. Well, as she's putting it, I once tried to reason it out with her mother. And you know, my wife is those big, huge women.
Order court. I wonder whether, so,
I sort of slapped her.
pardon, what did you do?
I sort of slapped her.
Sort of, or you slapped
Okay,
her?
I slapped her, Your Honor.
So you slapped her?
I slapped her.
You had an argument and you slapped her?
Yes. But God, I wish I had not. Man, did she beat me up? She really...
Kalikanyangwa kichwa, guy.
Order.
Aka.
Order, Amara.
I wish you were
Order,
there.
order, Amara.
No, you don't know. What happened?
I don't want to know for now. Bwana baby.
Yes, Honorable Judge.
Huyu alikuwa anakimbia usiku kwa msitu, sijui yuko kwa mahindi, anatafuta safety huko. Anyway, away from that. Na kuchapwa buttocks, the funniest moment ever in my life.
Your Honor,
What?
even the men around the village do laugh at me.
Because you deserve it.
I sympathize. So,
You don't have to.
is it the lack of respect that got you being beaten, or is it that you just made the wrong choice with the size and it turned around to be...
Well, I was doing it right.
Yeah, everything
As
was
the
right?
man of the house.
Yeah, and the choice was right from the start.
Come again, Your Honor.
You know, as we started, you said that your wife is those big women,
Yes.
and you happen to have slapped your wife and it turned around and you found yourself at in a fix. So I'm just saying, well, what was wrong? Is it the choice of the wife picking the size, or?
No, honestly, my wife, when we got married, was a slim cow. Just the same size.
Oh, okay. So you did the good work of feeding her and...
Yes, Your Honor.
okay.
And she got that big size.
Uko sure alinona na kulima kwako?
Your Honor, can you talk to this young lady? She's getting into my nerves.
Talk to me about what? Don't need this
Amara,
talks.
can you kindly slow down so maybe your father can explain something to the court and we get to understand each other better?
So now, what happened?
What happened? Well, kindly explain to the court how the problem started. Where did it start? Was it... At what point did your wife become disrespectful to the extent of arguing and even going to the... as far as fighting, getting physical?
This she did gradually. She started by drinking. And then she started by going out. She went on and graduated to being picked by these rich guys. Imagine she could even be dropped at around 3 a.m. in the morning. And I was to open the door for her. And can you imagine, Your Honor, that we've got 2 more other kids. It's me.
You got 2 more kids. So
Yes.
that makes them 3.
That makes them 3. So I'm left alone to mind the children, to cook for them, to wash them, and to make them sleep.
As your wife goes out to drink.
My wife goes out to drink. There are these spots that she always goes, and it's on a daily basis.
So you people decided to take a no-street way of life.
No, she picked her own way of life. It's not the way I had.
It's called a no-street way of life. Daddy stays home with the babies, mama goes out partying.
Hatukuelewana hivyo.
Kwani kulikuwa na kuelewana? Si mlikuwa mnaelewana mtaishi kama bibi na bwana?
Exactly, Your Honor. We had agreed that we should live normal lives like a man and a wife.
Yes.
And that's how we started. Until we got the 3rd born.
So she was good all through as she got the babies?
She was the best of the wives. You would admire her. She was very nice.
And then...
obedient.
And how sure are you at last born wetu ni wako? Ama ni kujazia tu hapa madebe.
Order, Mara. How would you say that? Do you know how much trouble that can cause in your house, in your family? Trying to stay in your father's brain that maybe there's a kid in the house who doesn't belong to him.
And some of these things, you are not supposed to even know them. It's
Why?
between me and your mom, not...
I've got the right to do so. Okay.
So, Your Honor, after the third born, my wife started drinking. She started going out. And she introduced my young daughter to those types of behavior.
The best moment in my life, you know?
At what point, at what age did she start hanging out with the mother, going out with the mother?
She was around 14.
And she would drink?
Yes.
And you thought
Like a
I'm
fish.
young.
As long as you are my
Amara, you
daughter.
think it's appropriate for you to drink at the age of 14?
I enjoy. It's my life. And it's already failed. What do I have to live for? Anyway, go ahead.
You feel your life is already failed?
Yeah, it's failed into pieces.
Don't you think you're shattering it even into smaller pieces when you start doing this? Misbehaving, drinking.
It's what I'm thinking about from now henceforth. I don't want to live again. For what purpose? I've got nothing to live for. Mbona uelewi?
Why the desperation? Why do you feel so? You have your father, you have your mother. Why would you feel there's nothing to live for?
It doesn't concern you. It's my life.
Which you are happily wasting.
Yeah. Na
Yeah.
hakuna mtu nilitumia barua anilete hii dunia. So, hey.
Na ukuja na barua ya kusema they are supposed to serve.
Mbona walinipokea? Si wangenirudisha kwenye nilitoka?
Your Honor.
Ni nini yuaona hapa? Whom are you begging? He's my babe. Babe, tell him.
Order.
Oh my God.
Bwana Bailey, faukusikia hiyo, hata mimi sikuisikia.
No.
Let's focus on what brought us here.
Focus on what? Let's say the truth here, right now.
The truth is that your father has brought you to court.
What
And
about the rest?
you've been keeping away from school, and to our surprise is...
Mbona mnaanza story na mtaki iishe? Mbona nitaiishisha? Sai iendelee. I don't care. I've got nothing to live for. I'm here. Damn.
Hey, Amara, please, we are in court.
So,
Can you
does it concern you? To me.
Okay, let's get back to the matter in hand. Mr. Abel,
Yes, Your Honor.
your daughter started going out with the mother at the age of 14,
Yes, Your Honor.
and she would come back drunk at that age.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you report to any authorities?
Well, I did not. But it's because even she moves around with the OCS, the OCPD.
What do you mean? These are the people who are
Yes.
supposed to be reinforcing the law, not breaking it.
Yes.
How would they hang out with a kid who is underage?
Imagine there is this one thing this one day, that she was dropped just at the gate by a man with a big car. And I don't know exactly what happened, because I found her cussing.
Excuse me, Mr. Abel, I hear you keep referring with big car. Do you have a problem with big car?
No.
Ask him, do you have a problem?
Me, I
Or
don't
because
have
you
a
only
problem
own a
with big
wheelbarrow?
cars.
No, the way you put it is like you prefer her to be dropped by small cars.
No. I prefer her to be in school.
That is very, okay.
In
Yeah,
school.
so these days she was dropped by a big
She was
car.
brought by a big car. And then she was simply thrown out, I believe, because I found her in the trench. She was cussing and drinking and shouting all obscenities.
Yani dad.
And
Order, let your
I
dad
took up,
explain this.
I gathered some courage. And I gave her some smacks. Pa.
You smacked your daughter.
Yes, as a responsible father.
as a
She
responsible-
screamed. And since my home just is adjacent to a police station, it took them only some very few seconds to come. Man, I was put into cell for 3 good weeks. And by that time, my kids were living alone. with-
Order, let me understand this. So your daughter was dropped She was under the influence.
Yes.
And when you slapped her, she screamed. Who called the police?
No, they just came because they had the scream.
They had the screams.
Yes.
And they came.
They came.
Yes.
They did not even listen to me.
And
I was bundled like a robber and put into cell for 3
Are
good
you
weeks.
not one?
Afande, hivyo ndio mnafanya mkiitwa badala muangalie kwa nini mtu alifanya.
Tunasikiza kidogo tu na makosa ikishakuwa kwake tunafanya venye tunafanyanga Afghanistan.
Lakini don't you think he had slapped his daughter who came home drunk underage?
But why beat her at the street?
Jibu hiyo, jibu.
But he's a father. Don't you think he might develop feelings of...
He could have taken her to the house, talked to her, if she did wrong.
Exactly.
You see? Then they find
Not
the...
laying
Hiyo
your
ndio
filthy
sheria
hands
kisasa.
on
But no, what is
Hiyo
the
ndio
reason
sheria
beating?
kisasa.
No.
During our times, angeambiwa mke kwa chief apigwe viboko. Okay, Mr. Abel, yes, explain a little more.
So by that time,
Yes.
for all that long, my kids were living with AMARA here. And she had all the
That's what I
freedom now.
wanted to ask. Now, as you are being held for those 3 weeks,
Yeah.
what were your charges? Assault.
There were no charges preferred against me. No charges at all, Your Honor. No charges at all. Because I just got released, kicked. How do I put it?
Si unyamaze tu.
So
This
you
is really
think
painful.
order, Amara. So you think you are held because she's got the connection
Exactly. She has the connections.
at her age?
At her, I tell you what, Your Honor, she even goes, she's a Twilight girl. If I,
What? She
Yes.
does what?
Twilight girl. If she doesn't get picked by a car, she goes out by herself. I'm even suspecting that in school, the few times that she goes there, she goes to do some shady things. Like,
And what do you mean by that?
Now let him explain. Then you will tell us whether it's true that you do whatever
Total lies, and you are listening.
he's telling. Unless he tells, we'll never know where the lie lies.
Okay, so that's okay.
Kindly explain. I say that, Mr. Ebol.
yes, she goes to school, especially when there are strikes. She organizes strikes, burns other students' properties, and she has got a cartel. She sort of sells girls to unsuspecting rich men. I even suspect her of being a cult member.
Amara, what's your response to that? Are you pimping girls from school?
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you mean absolutely? You're accepting to that? You do that?
Yeah, I do sell them 50,000 Kenya shillings.
50,000?
Yeah,
That's for you.
for me.
And what does the girl get?
3K. Kwani sini zangu, biashara ni yangu, ni yao. Wafanye chenye nataka, na kama si hivyo walambe nje.
What? Okay.
And then what about cultism?
Cultism, dad. Yo na umetoa wapi? Duge, yo ni nini?
That's a question you should be asking your teachers, not me.
So what?
Could you have gone to school? Lakini sasa, huyu, I send her to school instead of...
What do you mean she's into cultism? What kind of cult is she practicing?
Ibu eleza, I want to know everything
I mean,
now.
I mean, it's like something that you believe in, not exactly religion, but it's something that you believe in, and you sort of practice it in a shady manner.
Is it a way of worship or what?
Yeah, you can put it that way. It's a way of worship, but not worshiping God, the God that we know.
But who tells you the God you know is the God I know? So if I don't worship the same God you worship, I'm into cultism?
No. Underground movement about selling and sacrifice of human
The sacrifice
human
beings.
sacrifice, yes.
Wanataka nikupeleke huko? Si umesema naenda huko? You see, I practice cultism. Okay. You know what? You'll be one of my followers from now henceforth.
What? Amara.
Si huko?
Amara.
Si huko?
Well, this is not a juvenile court, but
But what? Go ahead.
no, I'm not addressing you, and I'm just trying to think how to handle a juvenile, like you're an underage person or a student for that matter, because I don't feel it
Kwani
that I should
wanapewa
apply
mawe
the
huko?
full.
Ama nini wanafanyiwangwa? I'm
Pardon?
ready. Ungesikiza, ungekuwa makini, ungesikiza cha nilikuwa nasema.
Okay. So you accept what your father says, you're into cultism?
I accept. But you know what? I already know the judgment. So, nothing more.
And Your Honor,
You know the judgment?
Yeah.
Anyway, yes, getting back to
for that matter, the few times that she goes to school, her teachers always tells me that she writes letters to single male teachers.
Daddy, you know what? Uchi unajua, guy, hawa baba, wazee, naende nao wapi? Wananiandikia letters nao kuta zao, tukafanya nini? Surely, mimi, look at me. Am I not beautiful enough to do my age? Anyway, enda ukaoe. Tafuta ligi yako. Chana maisha yangu.
Mr. ABEL.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you said you have 3 children. So there is Amara is the firstborn.
Yes.
And then there's a secondborn. What's her name?
Susan,
Susan. How old is she?
she's 9.
9 years old. And then there will be the last one.
There is Nick.
Is that she or he?
Nick,
Nick.
he is 7 years old.
Nick. And how old?
7 years old.
7 years old. Oh, so it's only with Amara you spaced a bit with the secondborn.
Pardon?
It's only with Amara that you spaced a bit with the brother. The gap between Amara and the secondborn is quite
It's quite big, yes.
okay.
Yeah.
But all through that time you had been with your wife and in good terms during the time.
Yes.
Okay, because you say there was no trouble until
The third born was.
the third born was born. Okay. What does your wife do?
As for now,
What is she usually done? Is she a farmer with you? Does she farm with
she
you?
was.
Okay, you used to work together in the farm.
She was a farmer.
Before she came to know.
Before she graduated into, how do I say, moving out with men, and then she gets paid for it. And
Are you sure of what you're accusing your wife of?
Yes.
And you're still with her?
Right
sorry,
now, no.
sorry. I just wanted to know, most men, or many men, if I should put it, is like if the wife strays to that extent, I think they would walk away, or they would throw her out, I don't know.
Hawezani na yeye, huyu.
And what do you think was the problem between you? What caused all this difference or drift from each other between you and your wife?
Your Honor, this is something that I cannot put my finger into. It simply came from nowhere. It really hit me. I didn't know. I didn't see it coming.
You didn't see it coming?
No, I did not.
Okay.
But then I've got no problem in the hard drinking. But the problem is taking my young girl with her. That's my pain.
Tuko na pesa, tuko na mado. Guy, papa. Oh. Nasikia hiyo?
Amara, I hear you talk of having money. Should you be thinking of your money now or the money you're making
Na kwani nikuulize pia wewe, nasoma nifanye? Nasoma nipate pesa. So badala ya kuendelea na masomo, sote nitafute pesa hapa kwa wanaume, kwa babas.
You don't think you're wasting your life in that way?
Not at all.
Your Honor, this is something that I've been telling her. Please go to school. Go to university.
And did you go?
No, order, please. Amara, respect your father. Let him speak. He might not have gone to school. He might have never gone to university, but he's working hard and trying the best possible to see.
And you know what? He lost his mandate over me. Cool. Haiziniambia kitu nifanye. Na unadhani na kuogopa?
You want to enjoy your life at this young age.
Kwani kuna shida? Nani amesema kesho niko uhai?
I don't think you're wasting your. I don't think you're enjoying your life. I think you're wasting your life at this age and what excites you.
Maisha yako achana yangu. Anakuhisi nini?
Your Honor.
Speak.
I believe if this girl is taken to a juvenile, she will rectify her behavior. You can even see how she is talking to you. And if she can talk to you like that, what about me?
And how sure are you I'm going to change? Maybe I may become worse than ever.
So you have no intentions whatsoever to change?
Not now.
You are happy of what you are or who you are?
As you can see, I'm happy. I'm smiling. I'm good. Wow, look at me. Baby. Ooh.
Young girl, I've seen many like you. You're trying to pull a smile, but you're hurting and crying inside. You might deny, but as I say to you, I've seen many like you. You're hurting inside.
Kwa hivyo?
We were talking about that you're happy. That's all you were talking. Sikusema kwa hivyo kutoka.
Maisha ni yangu ama ni yako?
Order.
So? Unadhani unaweza niambia kitu pia wewe? What was that?
Have some respect, you
Excuse
young girl.
me. Ah.
Can we have her back there? Just for 2 minutes.
No, not now. Not now. She's a juvenile. Let's treat her like one. Let's understand her. Maybe she's got her side that we haven't learned. With juveniles, you always give a little more time to understand them.
Okay.
She might think she's an adult doing all the adult things, which even with an adult doing is not very right, but let's give her a chance of maybe we'll understand her. So, your wife introduced, why do you think your wife introduced your daughter into this kind of life of drinking and going to meet what you call rich men?
That is the type of life that she chose to live. It is a path that she charted for herself. And
but why would she put her own daughter, who is an underage, into such?
Yeah, that's when she beat me up when I asked her about it. So
you never got to get the answers. But from your reasoning and your understanding, why do you think she introduced your daughter? Why couldn't she have just kept it as her own thing?
I believe that she loves money, and very quick money. So after getting what she could get, she thought of pimping her daughter.
Tunataka kuomoka. Si kama wewe. Kazi ni majembe. Uchafu. Mikono yetu tuchafuke.
Listen at her.
Amara, I would like to ask you. So I don't even know how to put it respectfully. So your mommy introduced you to men?
Yes, and I enjoy, of course.
Your Honor, can I ask her a question? Amara, why don't you please let me enjoy my parenthood until such a time that you are ready for these things?
You want to enjoy your your parenthood.
Yes.
Look at this
Until
one.
you finish school, you go out of your way. I'll be happy.
And you think I'm going back to school? Forget about it. It's past.
Amara, so you've made a decision you're not going back to school?
Not at any cost, and not now. And I'm not planning to do so. You got that? Na wache kulia mbele ya watu. The way you are big. Saa machozi ya mauni yanaonekana kwa nini? Mbona unajaimbisha?
That was why I was saying, Your Honor, that if she gets committed to a juvenile, she might change. For at least a few weeks, she might change.
Amara, why do you deny your father his God-given privilege of being a father? Why don't you let him enjoy his parenthood and you enjoy being his child? Don't you think you're jumping the gun? Maybe you'll miss this, and this is the right time to enjoy it. You'll miss to be a child and have a bond with your father.
Bond with this, a farmer.
Why do you disrespect your father so much?
Sasa surely dad. Mbona unataka nifanye chini nataka kufanya mimi?
Have some respect, young girl.
Respect. Ah.
What do you think was saying?
Unachapana aje hapa na mama mbele yangu, mbele ya watoto akina Jack, Susan. Unadhani nafurahingi? Unadhani nafurahingi mimi? Ama juu Susan anakunywa pombe, whiskey ndio huyo. Hurururururuku. Hey.
But Amara, we were talking about this fighting between your father and mother. Your father slapped your mother and your mother made it war. Why don't you blame your mother? You're so proud of your mother introducing you into some kind of not very good trade. And you put the whole condemnation on your father. Why do you take sides as such?
Go. Leave her. He doesn't deserve you. It's not your league. Look at you. Cheza na league yako daddy. Mzae, oya.
Kwani hiyo ligi mnacheza ni gani?
Yake iko chini ya mom. Superstar. Ni 6 star ama ni 5 star? Ni say I bet 8, 9, no, 10.
Should you have been going to school ungekuwa unajua ni star ngapi zinafaa kwa hapo. That's why you need to go to school. Si ndio usome utajirike is to know when things are right. Or how to reason things.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay.
Can't you see your father is hurting with a lot of love for you? Anakufia maisha yako itakuwa vipi maisha baadaye.
Machozi ya chura. Hurting.
Ingekuwa chura angefika mahali amefika. To bring you to court, he really cares for you. Your father to bring you to court means a lot of love and care.
And another thing, Your Honor, as much as I do love her, I do not want to lose another member of my family.
What do you mean lose another member of your family? That means like this, that you lost another one before.
I've lost a mother.
What? What? Wait a minute. You got me lost there. What did you say? You don't want to lose another member of your family.
If I lose...
Wait, order, please. I don't want to hit the ground for you or you, but I want to understand. You said you don't want to lose another member of your family. And then when you say another, that means you already lost maybe some, maybe one at minimum. So, and I'm asking, who did you lose that you don't want to lose another? And you said?
A family is made up of a husband, a wife, and the children. I've sort of lost the wife, and now her.
Oh, okay. So you've lost your wife into drinking and rich men. That's what you mean. The wife is no longer a wife. She's more of a friend who likes enjoying her party.
Not exactly that way, Your Honor. How you see?
Now, Mr. Amara, it looks like, Mr. ABEL, it looks like it's taking a moment to tell that part. Let me first of all, Amara, are you okay?
Is this with Your Honor?
What's going on here now? You
And
people,
the
wait. I thought I'm the captain here. I'm leading the flock and I'm losing it because, Amara, what happened to the arrogant girl and now we have a tearful girl? What's going on? Are you remorseful? What's going on?
No.
When you say, wait. But I believe, are we lost ama ni mimi nimepotea peke yangu? When you say lost a member, what did you mean?
Yes. This time round.
Because from our tears, I think you mean lose like into death or something. Nili Fanyika, please explain so we can also get to know.
Yes, this time round. Her mother decided to move out of town, to go for her own drinking sprees.
To go to?
She was going to Spain.
The mother was going to Spain?
Yes. And unfortunately, the plane crashed. Nobody survived.
Daddy, mbona sema uongo?
Sorry about that. But why does it look like she didn't know that? Amara, did you know that about your mother?
Yes, Amara.
Sorry.
It's okay, go ahead. It's okay, baby. Just let them have their moment.
Amara, if I've ever done anything to wrong you, if I've ever done any mistake, please forgive me.
It's okay. Daddy, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everything that I've done to you, disrespecting you. It was not my choice, but I never expected to lose my mom. Mom, I love you.
Are you people okay?
Get back to your position, please.
If you feel any stronger, we would like to proceed. We
Forgive
understand
me.
you, but maybe...
Daddy. It's okay. I'm sorry.
I forgive you.
If you excuse me, I would like to recess for a minute. I see the emotions and feelings are quite high, so this court recesses for a minute. We'll be back shortly.
All rise.
You may be seated. AMARA, Mr. ABEL, are we in a good shape, maybe a better shape to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Young lady, how do you feel? Are you ready to proceed or are you still emotional?
I'm ready.
Good to proceed? I should appreciate and also say the case is taken more of its course. It felt good to hear you say you're sorry to your father and see a moment of love. And I like the sense of forgiveness that I've seen between the two of you. I hope it's not only for the moment, but it's something that you're going to realize that you're a daughter, you're a father, and keep that love real. I believe your father has good interest and good intentions and wishes for you. I believe you're a smart girl. If given the chance and you keep the focus, I believe your destiny is in your hands and you're in a position to rule it. I haven't had such an emotional moment in this court as such. It almost brought the whole court to tears. And it was quite a switch from all the arrogance to melting to that extent. It's quite something. Bwana Bailey, unaona jamaa isikia vipi?
It is touching, eh?
Yeah?
It is really touching.
However, we are in court, and the court has its ruling and its judgment. It has its way of looking at things. If we only do it on the emotional account, then we'll be out of order. So we have to look at it also from the justful and lawful side. We love your moment with your father, and I like the eyes you're throwing at each other. They are quite, the way you look at each other, I see there's lots of hope. So, AMARA, are you in a position to answer me a few questions, if I would ask? So, you mean you've forgiven your father if you had any hurting?
I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry.
No, it's just about your father. He's the one who brings you to court because of this. We people, you're more spectators. We'll just be by your side. When you leave here, most probably I'll have forgotten you before I get to the gate. So it's about you and your father. So have you forgiven your father?
Daddy, I'm sorry. And I love you. I'll not find someone else like you anymore, Daddy.
It's okay. Just hold yourself up. And what are your plans from here? Do you plan to go back to school? Your father wants you to stay in school. You go back to school?
I'll be a good daughter, a role model to my siblings.
You'll cut down the drinking?
Yeah.
You'll cut out the drinking, not cut down. You'll stop drinking. You're still young. You need to focus on your schoolwork. Even if it's college, you have to stop to do away with the drinking.
I'll do everything to make my daddy happy.
So the greed of money and the big cars, you let go?
It's past.
Yeah? Okay, if you would let me, I would like a moment. Anything else you wish to tell your dad or anything else that you'd like to say to your daughter? Let's give her the chance first. Or what would you like to say to your dad?
I'll be a good daughter. I'll not mislead my younger siblings. And don't forget all that you're going to tell me and to my teachers. I'll obey them. Yeah.
Amara, you are my daughter. I love you.
I love you too, Daddy.
I've forgiven you.
Thank you.
Come back home.
I will, Daddy. I love you.
Well, this is my judgment. I'll try to be lenient and fair as possible. You brought your daughter here. We wanted her to be punished. But instead of punishment, I think we should try and help her to be a better person. The way she's remorseful, I think it tells us a lot. She's willing to change character, and so I think we'll go easy on her. So it is clear that all of what Amara has been accused of truly happened, and now that she is remorseful of her character, it is wrong to see a young girl getting involved in nightlife. Well, you are supposed to be in bed or doing your homework and studies as supposed. On several occasions, you have been seen running away from school. You practiced avarice and cultism. You were smoking and rioting, rudeness, and because of such behavior, you have been indolent. Amara, this is true. Even if you have reconciled with your father, there is an element of correction that needs to be instilled in you. And so I will send you, Amara, I will send you to a juvenile jail for a period of 2 weeks before you reunite with your father and family. During these 2 weeks, you will have a government counselor. Sorry, Amara, listen to me. It's more of a help than a punishment. Within these 2 weeks, you will be away from your family. You will talk to a counselor. I wish you would open up so you may get maximum help. You'll talk to a counselor who will decide how long he wants to work with you or work on you, or she. I don't know who will be assigned your case. And he or she will decide. The counselor will decide whether it should be a family therapy, whereby your parents should be involved. I'm sorry about the loss of your mother, and I hope you'll be always a good example to your younger siblings. Mine is to wish you a happy, loving family. It's great to see that you have such a reunion. And I wish you well. I wish you love. I wish you family. That's my judgment for the day. It's been an emotional moment, but it is what it is. This court is adjourned.
All rise.
Amara, we love you. We shall wait for you.
Daddy.